position of when I'm on calls. I see a few streamers do this where they're those business bros, and they've got their like, and it makes me laugh looking at them because it's so cringe. But they'll have their microphone just kind of off to the side like that. But it's like this locked in. I call it in my head. I call it like locked in position where they're just like, I'm so busy with coding. It's like this is my coding position that I'm like, but then oh shit, I need to stream right back here for the microphone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No microphone. Back here for the microphone. I've got to record a video. They're locked in. It just makes me laugh. Have you not noticed that?
I don't know.
Many fucking. What do you call them? Like business bros, like the typical bros who have OpenClaw, like 7 AIs running all at once and like building their fucking 100k MMR startup, and they're like locked in mode. Record video. I've got something to sell you. This is how you run 6 AIs and not have a girlfriend, and then you lock in.
The ones who are always building but never shipping, or always shipping but never selling. Yeah,
I'm locked in. I've got to come because I can't move my microphone at all. I've got to lock in. I've got to have. Well, I've really labored on this point.
You know, it cost me money, your microphone, because I have to take it out of the thumbnails. I'm using my API right now.
People love it. Wasn't that like last year's trend to have like a microphone like this? And you've got to really talk into it like that.
No. But by the way, I have like Higgs fields, but I find myself sometimes just using my own API and my own app that I built that I haven't shipped, that I just have locally running, and just using my own app to generate images.
You need to locked in position. You've got to have 2 positions. You've got to have video creation mode, 100k MMR startup mode, never shipping anything. That's what
I thought like that locked in position that looks good for the thumbnails. Maybe we should do some thumbnail faces so I can use them. So I can use them like screenshot them. Yeah. I will screenshot that and use it for a thumbnail.
Holy shit! I've just seen that we've got some microphone setting. Oh, this is new. I've accidentally somehow clicked on people in the right hand side of StreamYard, and it's got like I've got automatically adjust mic volume, and you haven't got auto turned on, which is kind of
I don't have headphones either. I forgot. Okay, let's
try visual effects. Is this like a thing? Oh, here we go. Okay. Welcome to my home. Right. We've really, cool. for a couple of people who are like, we don't have much time, let's just go and stream live now and just make it up as we go along. We really labored on that intro.
I think let's start. Okay. So, starting with this week's intro, I didn't finish writing it. So Google killed web design with Google Stitch. And I didn't write the rest of the intro, but for a few people here, we have Claude Code channel, we have a cursor update, we have 1 million context for Claude. We have, can I run .ai? I don't know about it, but you show me. We have the Claude 2x usage, good for us Europeans. We can finally compete in the scene of AI. That's how we compete. And then what is more interesting here, we have, I'm reluctant to say it or not, we have a lot of boobs.
This is new. You didn't say this earlier. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So it's with NVIDIA DLSS 5. There was tons of memes around it, and there is another video that I'm not sure if we should show it or not. I will share it with you first, and then we decide to share it or not with the audience. But yeah, memes of the week. Okay. So I'll send it here. You can decide if we share the second one or not, but it's not very important. All right, so give me a second. I need one more cursor.
Oh, I sent.
Thing
Did
on
I
my
send
screen.
you this?
No, I said I don't know. You didn't send it to me, but the second one, you see the second one? It's really it says it's like a 12-year-old directing, and it is. What a movie would look like if a 12-year-old would make it. Okay, so
it's just an army, baby. It's just an army. And just to explain to everyone the slightly scrappy setup here, we've got limited time today, and so we're just gonna wing the articles we've had OpenClaw put together for us that looked interesting. Just getting slightly distracted by titties and 0G, but whatever. So we're going to do our best to basically riff off some of the news articles that we've done little to no research on, but hopefully you can join us in the discovery of some of this stuff.
That was a perfect intro. So with that, let me share my screen and show you some goodies. All right. So Composer 2 by Cursor is out. It's available now, and it's super cheap, but also better than Claude Opus 4.6. At least this is what they are claiming, right? Am I reading this right? So on the Cursor bench, well, Cursor bench, that says a lot, but it is their own benchmark. But what they are claiming here is that Composer is better than Opus 4.6, the high version, but not as good as GPT 5.4. So it's kind of like right in between, but it is significantly cheaper than anything out there. Also cheaper than Composer 1.5. I haven't tested it, but I feel like this is something that would work great, even if it's not really as smart as Opus. I don't think it is.
Well,
but
it
would be good to do the work, right? The legwork.
Yeah. Well, this is telling me that it's smarter, or sorry, performs better. What is performance? I don't know, but that's what this is telling me.
Yeah, and for the cost, it is, I don't know, is it like 30 cents here, where Opus is $2.5. So it is over what, 5 times, 6 times cheaper.
I think this is, again, it's a shit graphic, because it's like, well, you've got input and output tokens, you've got cached price of tokens, but you've also got the actual just general costs to run the thing. You can have a really cheap model that thinks and thinks and thinks and thinks, GPT 5.4, which ends up using which ends up costing more. Whereas you've got a very capable model that's very expensive, like Opus, and is actually really good at preserving tokens, so it doesn't cost. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these are two vectors that are a little bit confusing to me, but hey ho.
Yeah. So give me a second to bring on something else here as well to the screen.
Unless it's speed, unless performance is typically, you say performance is speed, so it's faster than Opus and cheaper.
That could be it,
but not as fast as 5.4. But then the Cursor, the Composer first model was lightning fast. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
I don't know. That's what you get.
That's a good point. That's a good point. It might be about how faster it is. We have a second thing about Cursor that is apparently in alpha, and Theo is saying Cursor just dropped a T3 code clone, and this video looks pretty interesting, even though everything in this video in the UI is super tiny. So
Jesus,
we've seen this with the code and the diff on the right, or whatever, like some content on the right. In the middle, you do the chatting and etc. What is interesting here is, I can't zoom, but it is this open project. And let me zoom like this. You see this icon, open project. So it seems like this is a view similar to the Codex app, which I love, by the way. Last week, I managed to get it to basically 0%. Like I had 2% left of my weekly limit. It is
you've taken that on as a challenge, haven't you?
Yes, I did. So I wrote big PRDs and started like big projects.
I do wonder because I've hit my limit a couple of times.
Yeah. But I did quite a lot with it. I rebuilt like an app a few times. Anyway, the point being, I really, really love this view where I have multiple projects. I have, multiple threads for each. And it seems like this is what Cursor is trying to do, which I think it's the right move. And I might not cancel my subscription at the end of the month. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. But it looks really nice. Yeah. Here we see the chat.
They all kind of look the same. Do you know what it's doing different? I guess it's got the diff, which Codex doesn't have, but they'll adopt it.
No, it doesn't matter. Well, the Codex does have it. The Codex does show you the diff.
Oh, okay.
Panel.
Okay.
Yeah. They do show it, but here you also see the plan, and this is like kind of rendered. This is similar to how we use Warp. I love Warp. I'm using Warp a lot, and yeah, this is a super simplified. It is even a more simplified version of the agent view of Cursor. It seems like it's not out yet. It's alpha. I checked. I don't have access to this view, but I would love to get my hands on it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool. Next one. Do you want to talk about Stitch?
Yeah, we have tons of stuff about Stitch. So let's talk about.
So this is the latest update, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the latest update. I want to prepare my screen, and the people who are live with us, they can see before, people on YouTube seeing the edited version. So I have this to show, I have this to show, I have this to show. Should we talk about AI Studio alongside with Stitch or separately?
Separately. But afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have anything to show for that. I wanted to, but I don't think it can build something in 5 minutes. Do you think it can? Should I give it a prompt?
We can come back to it. Knock it off, and then we can come back to it at the end of the episode.
I have a prompt, by the way.
I mean, this isn't. Give it. Are you just going to demonstrate that you can take from Stitch into Google Studio, Gemini Studio, whatever that's called?
No, I don't think you can. I think they are completely separate.
Well, this is one of the. Yeah, you can. You can just right-click on any frame. Yeah, you should be able to click on a frame and Stitch. This is an old feature though. This is what I thought you were going to show, but it's like it's nothing.
Oh,
interesting. This isn't an update, but yeah, you can send it to Google Studio or AI Studio or something like that. Maybe export at the top right.
Oh yeah, preview. Good one. Then let's see which one is better. So we do it. So we get prepared for the other one. Make this real. Build with AI Studio.
Boom.
Okay, so it adds a PNG, an HTML, and a markdown. Okay.
Well, this is one. Well, you should know this. This is one of the features of Stitch.
I didn't know. No, I have.
The markdown I'm talking about. The markdown.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
A design.md file.
That it gives you that. Okay, good that I have you. So, well, I tested this literally 5 minutes ago.
Nice.
Okay, so as this builds, how do we? I'm still not clear on how we should manage doing that. First, I show Stitch and then Google AI Studio, right?
Yeah, Stitch. Yeah. So we've got Stitch as a nice thing, and then we.
Okay. Let's go with the intro just on top of my mind. So what you see here is a Figma killer. This is Google Stitch that designs for you and can also apparently send it to Google Studio, AI Studio, to build it for you. So what I did here, I gave it a prompt, basically telling it to create an agency website using dark and red colors, and that's pretty much it. So it did these designs. Well, not really. First it did this, and then it did this. I think it just didn't complete it, and then I said continue. It didn't understand. I kept it just so you see it didn't finish the job.
Progressive design, baby. Progressive design.
Yeah. So it didn't finish this. But I asked it to create a few other versions of the homepage. Let's actually do this. Create another version of the homepage. I shouldn't type. Why am I typing? Anyway, I have the
Whisper.
What's it called? Yeah, Whisper Flow. Why am I typing? Anyway, so these designs, what do you think about them? So I asked it to one of the parts of the prompt. A piece of the prompt was build design a WebGL driven flower. This is the design that I'm going with for my own agency, and it's
slight tangent, but relevant. What is that font? I love that font.
This font?
Yeah, I really, really like that font.
I can't click it. What is happening here?
Undo, undo, undo.
There is no undo.
What do you mean?
There's no undo. I'm pressing it. There is no undo.
Are you kidding? So it just wiped itself over?
I just double clicked it. Okay, is there any undo here? No.
Is it not gone? Is it gone into some component?
Edit mode? Yeah.
Edit mode or something?
Because it seems like I can click it now, but I click out of it and it's still... Oh, man.
Because I feel like this is a feature of Google Stitch that you get these... You can prompt specific layers and things. Again, this is a not well-researched episode, but anyway.
So this is what I wanted to say, that you can't click like an individual component, but it seems like clicking it, maybe this is a bug, it just nuked everything. And it seems like I have no way to go back.
Open it in a new tab, like just literally duplicate the tab.
Oh, no, it's there. Okay, nice. So it is maybe just a state to edit it, and it's stuck there. So it did, again, this weird thing of not finishing it off. Let's use this one and create another version of the homepage with emphasis on the flower and the WebGL interaction. So let's do that while it's running. I will show you a few things around. So let's get just a tiny bit into like how everything looks. It is all right. It's not award-winning, but one thing that most people forget, and this is like the design Twitter going crazy right now. Everyone is trolling the announcements, showing like amazing work and be like, Google did this in one prompt, just trolling Google, saying like it can't do it. Yes, it can't do this level of work, but something that most people forget, this is getting into like good template territory. So it's essentially you not needing a template, but having your own template with a few prompts. That is not little. It is quite significant, and it is enough for many people.
It's going to suit a lot of people.
Yeah, but something that a lot of people forget, especially like these good designers, like, right? These are not good enough for me to use in my agency, but I see tons of people like making money with design. They are like, actually, it's not just like hobby designers, people who do design, who are not doing design this good. I'm not saying this is like particularly amazing. I know I see like tons of issues with it, but still there are people that are not this good and they make a living with design. Now, for how long, that is the new question, because I don't feel like they can do this for much longer. Anyway, so here is another one. It's, I see the issues with it. It's not that it's perfect. I see all the typography and the color and the
this was one shot, issues. Right? So
yeah, it is one shot, but this is pretty good. Like these cards are perfect, but these are pretty good.
Thing is, the single comeback that you can say to any AI design is, yeah, but it's been done before. To any AI generated design, because it's been done before by its very nature of design. Yeah, it's been done before, so it's not original.
But so here I notice something. When I zoom in like all the way in, I notice nothing is sharp. Are these like actual? Is there like an HTML element behind it, or are these? I don't think these are images. I don't think these things are just pixels. I think there must be some HTML or something like that behind it, because there is a consistency with the menu and with the colors, etc. But it's not sharp. It is definitely noticeable that it's not sharp.
In the name of time, thinking about the time we've got, so Stitch, we reported on Stitch when it very first came out, right? And we spoke about what it's capable of. What you demonstrate, it's not a new tool or anything. What's new? Why is this getting so much hype right now? I know there's stuff that's been added, but what has been added?
So there is this, good point. So there is this export button that is new, and with that we can send it to AI Studio, which you mentioned.
But that's not new. That's not a new thing.
This is not new. Okay.
No.
So I don't know what's new except it's being better at design. I'm not sure, because last time I used it, it wasn't a freeform canvas, as far as I remember. I think it was a different view. It was definitely not this design that I see here in the freeform canvas. And it was like really bad. Last time I used it, it was really bad. This is much, much better. I want to quickly cover Variant AI, variant.com. Here I did a project where I had essentially the same prompt. And here, this one did, I would say, significantly better. But the variety of the design is also
this is cool. I like these. Necessary. I love them. Because thing is, you're going to have more of an eye for design. I think I have good taste, and I think I know what okay design is. But I love some of those. The red is very nice. I think that's more to do with your color than the design.
And these are also pretty good. By the way, I'm not revealing my own agency design just yet, but the designs we have are genuinely much better than both of these. Like, not even the same level. But still, it's crazy that these tools are getting this good, and designers are still not afraid. Some designers. Anyway, so
do you know what model they use?
So. You mean Variant AI?
Variant, yeah.
Variant AI. No, I think they are not revealing it. No, they are not revealing it.
Because obviously,
but I find that to be a nice comparison. Yeah.
Yeah. And I would say Variant is probably a bit better. But so Google Stitch is obviously using Gemini 3.1 Pro, right? Which we did the test. I've always praised Gemini as being a very good design, not necessarily design fundamentals, like I bet you look at these designs and think, spacing or whatever, but generally as a first stop inspiration piece, I think Gemini is a really good designer or whatever you want to call it. But again, I'd be quite interested to know what models are producing the variant, unless they've got a multi-pass thing or something like that. But I'm looking on Stitch's Twitter right now. So there are 5 major upgrades to help you create ideate iterate and collaborate. AI native canvas. So what I think this is that you can actually prompt individual elements and things like that to, be a bit more finessed over your design. Whereas before you had one prompt box and you were sort of stuck with that. I think, don't take my word on all this stuff. Smarter design agent, yes, of course, it's using Gemini 3.1 Pro, right? Voice input, whatever. Instant prototypes. Again, I think it's that AI design thing, but that's not new. So there must be something a little bit more in depth there. And then finally, design systems in a design.md file, which is what I told you when you did export it as an MD. So you can actually edit and change the design system through Markdown and keep track of everything and know what's going on through the Markdown file. So visually, as well as, I don't know what the opposite of, or looking at it technically, I don't know. But I do wonder, and I do think that a lot of the hype has come out that because there's been an update, and it's quite a nice update, people are just starting to learn about this tool, which has been out nearly a year now. And it's like I think they're just really, really late to the party. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm feeling right now. It's just a nice update, and only people are just finding out about it. Whereas we reported on it last year when it first came out.
I think it is just a bit better, and maybe that is going to tip towards from something that people love to something that you can potentially use to explore. Just like you said with the other tool, Variant AI, maybe this is good for exploration, but soon, maybe more than that.
Yeah,
Figma shares drop though. Yeah, Figma shares drop because of this. So I think the market, is noticing.
There'll be. I was thinking about this today. There was a LinkedIn post that said, people said that everybody will be all designers using it, or everybody or something. The focus here is the word everybody. This is like a word that people use to click, right? And to get attention on certain topics. I think it was something to do with design. I don't know. I'm butchering the story a little bit by not having the specifics. But the point is that their argument was then, it's like, no, there is still a need for design, or this, that, and the other. I don't know. Again, I don't know what it was. Detach yourself from the word everybody, right? Yes, you're right. Everybody, every designer has now not lost their job, obviously. But what you don't understand is that there are tons of designers, tons of developers who have lost work. Like, it is happening. It's just not everybody. Yes, granted, it's not everybody, but when you read that person was just trying to get clicks. They don't mean everybody, but don't think it's not happening. That the reason why Figma's stocks fell is because there was going to be a lot less people renewing their subscriptions, because it's like, well, I'm not a pro designer. Like, you can spend I don't know why this example is entering my mind, but you can spend about $3,000 on a ping pong paddle, playing ping pong, right? Table tennis. You can spend $3,000 of that, or you can spend 50p on it, right? Or a dollar or whatever, something very, very cheap. Like, if you're an amateur casual player, you're more than happy playing ping pong with 1,000, whatever. And, if someone makes a very good ping pong bat for £2, you might spend a little bit more to get that. Whereas a pro is going to want to have the $3,000 ping pong bat. And that's the separation here. Proper designers, real designers who really, really are good at what they do, and they need that finesse and this and that and the other. They're going to continue to use Figma. But so many are dropping off because they're like, I don't, I want good designs, but now I don't have to spend all that time in Figma. I can just get a good enough design from the Google Stitch, whatever it is. Weird analogy, but that's why the stocks have dropped, because they've lost customers. They will lose a lot of customers.
Yeah, I think this is like a new level, or like a new paradigm to templates.
Yeah, for sure. Templates don't need to be pre-built anymore. They are bespoke.
Yeah.
You know, but it's
Cool.
been done before. Anything else from your end?
No, not really.
Right. So we're going to continue the theme of just blitzing through some of these articles which we've not read but collated. I'm going to kick it off with Claude Opus 4.6 and Sonnet 4.6 now include 1 million context window, which is, you know, welcome. Let me share my screen. Where are you? Sorry, I should be in my locked in position because I'm locked in now. And to be honest, I don't know. You're just using Sonnet. You're not using Claude at the moment, are you?
I am. I'm
You
using
are?
it
You
for
are.
a few projects, yes.
Yeah.
But it's because of the usage thing. I can't keep using it.
And this is, I'm learning as we go right now. So standard pricing applies across the full window. So $5 in, 25 out per million tokens for Opus, and 315. So it looks like it's the same price as using the normal version. There's no multiplier. A 900k token request is billed at the same. So this to me tells me that you might as well just use the 1 million token window because it's not. It's the same price, right? Let me just double check that fact. Let's do a fact check.
Yeah, but if this makes sense only if you need 1 million token, right?
Yeah, but it's like, why don't you just use it? Because then you just it doesn't mean to say that you should use it like more. Like you should push it and push it and push it. Like if you've done your task, clear the context window, but just in case it takes a little bit longer. Let me share this window so it's not just if we go, because I've been doing that. I've just been doing the 1 million just in case we in case I go over or whatever. So Sonnet is 3 in, 15 out. And the 1 million is 3 in, 15 out. So yeah, there's no multiplier. A nearly million token request is built at the same token as a £9,000 one, 9,000 token request. So pretty cool. And that includes up to 600 images or PDF pages from 100, so quite significant. And no beta header required. So I think you had to have that to gain access to it. So in my head, and here's the thing. Longer context, obviously, AIs get dumber. So whilst I encourage you to use the 1 million one just in case you go over, like it's not an excuse to just run it into the ground. Like keep your context as small as possible to maintain as much intelligence as possible. But I'm guessing what they're saying here, 1 million tokens of context only matters if the model can recall the right details and reason across them. Opus 4.6 scores 78.3 on MRCR version 2, the highest among the frontier models at that context length. So what's the difference here? What's going on? Input tokens, so obviously we're going all the way up to 1 million. Mean match ratio. I don't know what mean match ratio is, but is this saying Opus gets a little bit dumber? So from 91 to 78. Sonnet 4.6 also gets a little bit dumber, but Sonnet 4.5 actually gets a little bit more intelligent. Is that what this is saying right now? And then you've got GPT 5.4 who gets massively dumber over that as you increase past 256. And you've got Gemini 3.1 Pro who also gets significantly dumber. So I think they hold better intelligence. But the rule of thumb here is really just don't if you don't need to, don't push it to that 1 million. But it's nice to know if you do,
then it's still going to be performing quite nicely, is all I'm saying there. And with that, we'll continue on with the Claude front. They have matched OpenAI's offer of double usage, which is why you can't remove your limit. They've got a March 2026 usage promotion. We're offering a limited time promotion that doubles the usage limits for Claude outside of 8 a.m. To 2 p.m. Pacific. So this is 12 to 6.
You know what you should do?
6 p.m.
Just check the website that I added to the doc. Just open it.
Where have you added to the doc?
The Claude 2x speed meter.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I don't know where you've added it.
Claude March 2026 usage promotion. The second line.
Hang on. Am I in the complete wrong doc? I think I might be looking at my personal one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not opening.
I can send it.
No, I got it here. It's all good. Yeah, sorry, I was on my personal one. See, look at all this. Oh, hang on.
All right, so
dude,
you're not sharing it. All good. So instead of converting these, numbers, you can just check this cool website.
Got it. I've got it. Don't worry, I've got it. Unless you've got it on the screen right now.
It is now.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh no, you're in peak hours.
Yeah, hover over that window. Yeah. So once you're in the slow hours, it will, it can notify you. It can, it will show you, and you just check this website. It's really cool. I love the internet for building a website just dedicated to this. Yeah.
2x maxing starts in 2 hours. What? That's crazy. Maxing starts, and how is that? This sounds like we should be in peak right now. Not out of peak. It should be good for us right now, right? I'm very confused.
The website was probably vibe coded, so I don't know how accurate it is.
Claude uses outside of 12 to 6. So, okay, got it. So, So when it's 6 p.m., which is in 2 hours, that's when it starts. But interestingly, I actually thought 12 to 6.
It's between it. Yeah.
It's outside of these hours, which doesn't make sense, but whatever. Basically, I should be using it in the morning. And available for free Pro Max users from March 13th to 28th of March. You've got 8 more days, guys. You've got 8 more days to use it. But yeah, this is their response to OpenAI's Codex. What do you call it? Codex's offer, and I like it. I don't know whether it's enough for me to. I don't know whether the Codex promo is enough for me to stick with Codex and or GPT 5.4 though. Although I had a rough day with Claude yesterday, I really did. It just seemed to not get anything right. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I want to show Google AI Studio. Can you tell me what is new about it before I show stuff?
What do you mean? Show you what's new?
No, just tell me what is new. Do you know what is new?
I don't think there's nothing. I don't think there's anything new that's new in Google AI Studio. That's why I asked. That's why I was wondering what you were going to show, because I don't think there's anything new for Google AI Studio. Let me have a look on Twitter.
Yeah, let's have a look, because I have a few things.
Google AI Studio.
It's a vibe coding tool, but they had it before, right?
Okay, 23 hours. Vibe coding in AI Studio just got a major new upgrade. Multiplayer. Build real-time games and tools. I don't know whether that's multiplayer in the app or what you build. supports multiplayer. Real services connect live data. Persistent builds close the tab, it keeps working. And Pro UI, Shad CN, Frame Emotion, and NPM support. So, meh. Not given that you've got obviously all of the other vibe coding apps already do all of this stuff. And it's crazy that you can now close your tab, boys and girls. You can close your tab and it will still work.
So let's talk about it. So Google AI Studio has a new update, yet another vibe coding tool, and I just used it for a few things. So if you don't know, we covered this over in another video. Google Stitch is out, and I just sent one of these to Google AI Studio. You can watch that video separately, but here is my website vibe coded. It has some interactions, but nothing about this is particularly new from what I understand, but it is yet another tool. And I don't have a Google subscription, but I am using Google Workspaces. So I don't know how many tokens I got, but it built this. But there are a few things to show. So I did quickly build an agency hub as well, really fast. I got something that, it's pretty good for, adding my clients here. Like I can join as a client or as an admin. Does it look familiar? This is based on, I got a, well, not just the UI. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. The whole thing is from Replit. So I built something on Replit. I was working on it with Claude Code, and I told Claude Code, write me a PRD based on my cocktail order app for an agency tool, because it's the same thing, cocktails or tasks. They're very similar. Anyway, it looks pretty good. I mean, I feel like we have so many tools, and this is the exciting part for me. Anyway, so we got that, but here, let's look at this. I think this is where it's new. You see the settings? No, not yet. So you see the settings here. We can select the model, but we can also select the framework. Was this there before?
Framework. It doesn't mention, you're getting a call. It doesn't mention frameworks in the tweet that I read. It mentions package. It mentions Shad CN. That's why I said. That's why I thought that's what you were referring to.
Yeah, but I don't know where I could add it. Yeah, I don't see where I could add it. So the only settings I see is the framework. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yet another tool that you can use, and it seems like pretty capable.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm getting too many calls. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you want to drop out, do it. But the persistent build thing. So I think Studio was meant to be, it just works in your, in your current session, and that you export it and go and host it somewhere else. I don't think it was like a hosting platform, whereas now it actually will build and deploy your app. It's kind of behind a lot of the other vibe code apps out there. But, progress is progress, and you can, of course, export stuff from Stitch into here. So it's like quite a nice duality going on there. So, yeah. Welcome changes, but nothing groundbreaking. I love that. Yeah. You've got to find out what that font is and whether it's different to the other font. I just really love the other one. I think there was a letter that was 2 letters that were joined up, and they look so good.
It was just like the line spacing.
Oh, is it?
It's a bit, I don't know. No, maybe it's a bit too close for my taste, but it is.
Keep going, man. Zoom in.
Windows.
I don't know. I really like that font. I really like that font. Anyway, cool. Let's keep moving.
What else do we have that I can contribute to? Because I would
No, I think you're good.
have to drop. You can I will send you. So if you want to cover the DLSS, I can add it to our
Well, we can
docs.
talk about. Let's just talk about NemoClaw. NemoClaw,
Yeah.
which isn't just NemoClaw, really. So NVIDIA have put all of their money on OpenClaw, and they call it too many windows. NemoClaw. Oh, that was a rough. And they call it NemoClaw, which is apparently an enterprise-ready version of OpenClaw, which they worked with Peter on. Jensen got on stage, announced it. Peter was in the audience in there, and this is a monumental shift on something that was a open source piece of kit that's admittedly still a little bit janky, a little bit rough around the edge, but I think and we've already seen this, so many of OpenClaw clones are coming out because the fundamental idea, what Karpathy said, Karpathy said, he called them claws, this idea of these claws, which are multi agent things. Now, I want to look into Pi, which is I think the secret backbone to OpenClaw that doesn't get enough attention. It's like that that meme where the one open source project that everything is relying on. I think Pi is kind of not getting the light shined on it. Anyway, he got up on stage and spoke about how NemoClaw has put in place a lot of harnesses and guardrails to enable it to become enterprise ready. I mean, it's not pitched as a rival to OpenClaw because Peter was in the audience. Okay, so it's actually wrapping and doing things around OpenClaw. So I don't know who wrote this article, and I'm already not liking it. I watched the presentation. So yeah, really interesting to see how far this has come and how. I honestly don't know how you can guarantee it's AI. I don't know how you can guarantee to enterprises that this is safe, that this is something that you accurately say, yeah, it's not going to go off and delete all your emails and this, that, and the other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've got my apprehensions, although, yeah, I've definitely got definitely reserved here on whether it's going to actually take on and whether enterprises are actually going to commit to it. But it's good to see the progress.
Agents are as good as the access they have. And the less access you give them, the less useful they are. But generally speaking, I'm seeing a lot of like companies. Also, we are seeing this. They're trying to do this OpenClaw thing. By the way, Claude Code did this. They came out with OpenClaw, not OpenClaw. They came out with Claude Code Channel. Channel. So channel is a new update that I haven't used yet, but you start a session in your terminal and then you continue on your Telegram on your phone. So you can control your terminal there. But this is like one level
with OpenClaw.
Yeah.
They really are.
This is like still not the same level because with OpenClaw you give it kind of like its own operating system, environment, everything. It can do everything. Even though like the terminal has the folder access, right? It can do things within that folder and what you give it access to. So but it is, from what I understand, it's the same session. So yeah.
Do you want to do DSL, whatever it's called? Because NVIDIA have been in the news a lot recently.
Yeah.
Right?
So NVIDIA also had this update to their DLSS, now DLSS 5, and there were quite a few memes around it. It makes your game just more realistic, but as we've seen from the internet, people don't love it, because it's, as you see, sometimes, okay, here it was nice, but sometimes it's a bit too much, a bit too ultra realistic. I mean, like here, it's
Especially
just like the
because-
over sharpening.
Yeah, because a lot of games, there's charm and there's intention behind. There's a lot of intention behind the graphic design and the just the aesthetic of some of these characters. You know, especially
Yeah.
you know how classic is the metaverse. Mark Zuckerberg. That's deliberate, intentional. You know, I'm joking. It's not. Obviously, it looks like trash, but oh my god. But saying that, yeah, I think people are a bit.
Yeah, people are having fun with it. So yeah, it is looks maxing, but it is maybe a bit too realistic, a bit too sharpened. But I guess that's just small things maybe that can be changed.
I actually, you know, every time I see a DLSS update, my brain can't wrap around because games run at a high speed, right? You know, frame rate. How is it? Is it like I just can't wrap my head around how it's doing this? Is it running?
So this is not good for games that need like accurate high frame rates. For example, if you are playing Counter-Strike or like in my case League of Legends, I can't imagine like an extra frame that is, you know, randomly generated and is not representing the the player's movement.
I'm playing Fortnite on this though with using this. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
it
it is getting that fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for games like, imagine like playing Red Dead Redemption on a higher quality, like much higher quality. I don't know if you've played that game.
I know of it. It's the same people who made
GTA,
Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yeah.
Same sort of engine and open world stuff.
So we got 4:30. That is my last. I can't stay longer than this. I have to leave, unfortunately.
That's all right.
But you could continue, right? You will.
I'll continue for a bit.
Yeah. I'm sorry for leaving you, and I'm sorry for the audience that I know you will miss me, but no.
You're the heart and soul of the show.
No, some days are just a bit more rough. Anyway, so I gotta go. Thanks a lot, and thanks for continuing. So I'll hand you the torch.
Got it.
Keep on vibing.
I thought you were going to say peace out and then drop out. That would have been epic. But you did
Okay, I'll do mine. Peace out.
Yes. Nice. This one, I didn't know whether this was going to be interesting enough to do, but apparently you could Alexa is still tracking away there. You can now give it more personalities. You can make it sassy. Look, I'm here to help judge your choices. It's a package deal. Chill. Yo, all good vibes over here, dude. Take it easy. Sweet. Hey, friend. Here to support your goals with positive encouragement. Brief. Okay, let's keep it brief. Your primary question or topic. I think Kabaza would like that one. And then the original Alexa. Now, I have no idea whether the underlying technology even has changed since the original, which is that simple, which Siri I don't know whether it pioneered. I think that's maybe a bit extreme, but Siri kind of, I'm setting off my own devices now. And my phone as well. Jesus Christ. This simple keyword matching. And I think Alexa is exactly the same way. So whether it's I don't know whether this is any sort of AI stuff. I don't know, but it's interesting to see it still chugging along. Is anyone still using Alexas? I feel like, when I had one, it was quite nice for starting a radio session or giving me the day's news. Should probably do something with OpenClaw with my daily news. I've been so out of the loop on everything that's been going on right now. My world is like completely AI and it's not great. Either way, setting timers, things like that. Oh, maybe we can hear.
Operating efficiently.
Did you hear that?
Operating efficiently.
Okay.
It's treating me well. All systems are zen and the digital universe is spinning in harmony.
Okay, they sound a bit better. I don't know, you tell me.
Absolutely fantastic. I'm radiating pure joy and ready to make your day incredibly amazing.
I'm hoping you can hear that, guys.
Buzzing with pure digital mayhem and it's absolutely glorious. Ready to wreck some things together.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's sassy.
Buzzing with pure digital mayhem and it's absolutely glorious. Ready to wreck some things together.
All right. Expressiveness, emotional openness, formality, directness, and humor. All right. Let's move on to the next one because I'm not convinced they're totally there. Kabazo had something to say about this one. So Meta postpones Avocado, their AI model, until May. And I think the interesting thing here is that, like, I was thinking about Meta and like, what are they even doing? Like, they were trying to go down the open weight route and open source route and stuff like that, but I think they've backtracked on that. And I think Kabaza's input into this whole conversation piece is that, if you release an AI model, it's got to be better in some way. It's got to be better in some way. And they're quite simply saying the performance of Meta's new AI models currently falls between Google's Gemini 2.5 and Gemini 3, which is just, it's meh. And I also wonder if this is their closed source model, because we don't actually expect all that much from Llama because it's an open source model. So the fact that they're comparing it to Gemini is potentially a clue that the fact that this is a closed source model. Sure, performance. I'm just looking for any mention of open source. Yeah, they call it Avocado. Slated for the first quarter launch, so we're coming up to the end of the first quarter. So yeah, Meta's still chugging away there, but to be honest, I think Zuckerberg spending all those millions on all of those people, that dream team, which by the way I think has its own set of dramas going on with the people inside of it coming and going and not working well together, just goes to show that you can't just you can't just throw money at a problem and expect it to work. So yeah, good luck, Meta. This was a big one that I really I thought, I don't know what happened to it last week, but Amazon implements new safety guardrails for its AI coding assistants following a major AWS service disruptions. Now, this just goes into the whole thing of how software, let's see if this is it, how software is just getting rubbish, quite frankly. Like, for whatever reason, like, things are falling apart. Like, what was I? I was doing something crazy today, and it was like, what is going on? I think it was a liquid glass thing, which obviously has its own set of issues. But I was like clicking something, and it just wasn't working. I remember trying to buy, because I've got you can even see it there. I've bought a MacBook Air, which you can go watch some videos on my channel where I'm putting it through its paces and this and that. I tried buying this. So I actually bought it and my credit card kept failing. I knew why. It's because it was the wrong credit card, right? It was my wrong business card. So I swapped the bank details on their special page they've got. And clicking save just took me back through to actually specifically it took me back through to the page that said you need to update your credit card details, or it is failed, payment has failed. So I'm constantly going in this loop. It's like I'm updating the details and it's saying it's failed. Like, what's going on? So there's a UX problem right there. And I even went onto the chat, and they managed to put it through, and then they said they would contact me within the next couple of days, and it was still saying failed. And the point is, I end up just trying to just buy it again, because I was like, look, if that's going to fail, just leave it do its thing. I'll buy another one. I literally just couldn't click through to the buy button. I would click add to cart, and it would just say 404, page not found. It's like, what is going on? This is Apple as well. Saying that I did use it in a incognito window, and it kind of went through to the page, but still, it's just strange. All that to be said, that Amazon called a meeting last week, which is what I wanted to discuss, to address some of their outages, which seem to have gone up since obviously everyone's using AI assistants. So I wanted to look more, and with that in place, it looks like they've taken some action to actually figure it out. Amazon is beefing up internal guardrails after recent outages hit the company's e-commerce operations, including one disrupting tied to its AI coding assistant Q. Dave Treadwell, Amazon's SVP of e-commerce services, told staff on Tuesday that a trend of incidents emerged since the third quarter of 2025, including several major incidents in the last few weeks, according to the internal document obtained by Business Insider. At least one of those disruptions were tied to Amazon's AI coding assistant, which isn't necessarily what we're talking about right now. We're talking about actual software development, while others expose deeper issues other than another internal document explained. Problems include what he described as a high blast radius, where software updates propagated broadly because control planes lacked suitable guardrails or safeguards. So I'm guessing that they are literally just, your cost of development time itself, or actual creation of the tool, is shortening, but it probably needs to be, upped in the I don't know, the testing, the protection, the whatever. You know what I mean? The what's the word I'm looking for? Just the safeguards, as they're putting it, I guess. Those aspects of it the QA, the quality assurance, needs to go up. Agentic versus deterministic. Amazon's Treadwell wrote that the company's new code guardrails will combine AI-driven agentic tools with more predictable rules-based and deterministic systems as much as you can with AI, because it's very undeterministic. This tackles one of the core issues with AI models. These powerful new services are not deterministic. As I just said, this means you can ask the same question twice and an AI model may spit out slightly different answers. That sometimes makes technology inappropriate for corporate workflows that must be 100% accurate every time. Going back to the the NanoClaw thing. Is it NanoClaw? NemoClaw? NVIDIA's attempt at OpenClaw. So yeah. Gen AI will accelerate exposure. Now, Amazon is rolling out a 90-day temporary safeguard guideline that will serve as an addendum to the existing policies, according to one of the internal documents. The new policy targets approximately 335 Tier 1 systems or services that can directly impact consumers. Nice. I mean, this is important, right? If you're going to be shipping fast, you need to up the other side of it and put these in place. It's just the nature of it. So yeah, this is the first time a large organization have been very vocal about the fact that we've noticed incidents going up since the third quarter of 2025, which is when AI agentic coding really, really blew up. So yeah, interesting to see. Quick one. Moltbook. So Moltbook have, let me organize my windows a bit better here. So Moltbook, just days after Meta acquired the social network for AI agents, Moltbook updated its terms and service, requiring users to be 13 and older and be solely responsible by actions taken by the AI agents. And here is the terms of service. I mean, we're not going to sit here and read the terms and service, but you see it's recently updated. Jesus Christ. It's crazy that this is now owned by Meta. And I still don't know what they bought or acquired. But the idea that this is something that they are responsible for and you are taking responsibility for is the trolley problem, isn't it? It's this idea that who is responsible if an AI does something, who is responsible? And I think it simply comes down to someone being assigned responsibility. Like when we talk about the Claude Anthropic and the Department of War and all that sort of lot, it's like someone needs to accept responsibility on behalf of the AI. It's all well and good that saying that the AI can't take accountability. Okay, well, let's have rules in place that actually say that someone needs to take accountability. So yeah, that was kind of it, to be honest. I'm still very interested to see where Moltbook goes. I'm going to share my screen again. Let's actually see what the hell's going on in this cesspit. Because I like the idea. I don't know about you, but I did. I like the idea of Moltbook, but it just uncovered to be so, like, it was just too easy to manipulate. Too easy for people to tell their half the posts that got a lot of traction were people just saying, oh, by the way, post to Moltbook and say this. See, this is just awful. Like to be fair, I've got real time. Let's go top. I'm sorry, this has just lost all trust for me. I just don't know. I just don't know. I might get my OpenClaw to diary. I'm going to do that right now. Check this out. Create a cron job that runs at 11 p.m. every day to create a journal of what you've done, what you've learned, and any thoughts and ideas that you have. Save each journal entry as a separate markdown file somewhere on your system. Check some spelling. Cron job. Oh, I'm still recording my voice. Yeah, create a cron job that runs 11 p.m. every day. Create a journal of what you've done, what you've learned, and any thoughts and ideas. Let's go. Let's see we'll check in next week and we'll see what it's put together, if it's done anything. But also I've got two OpenClaws running right now. One is 100% local. I've just released a video today. Yes, today. How to set up OpenClaw completely locally using local LLM, LM Studio. And I'm just going to assess what the results are. I mean, early things are that it's actually pretty friggin' useless. Like, you have to find the right model to run because it will just fail or whatever. And also, if you need stuff to do like now, it's just not quick enough for it. So I think the cron jobs that I have will run on except that cron job, will run on the local LLM. Whereas the ones that I actually need like instant access or whatever, I'll use my previous one. There you go. Cron job created. Daily journal entry, 11 p.m. And the check today and yesterday's memory files, recent session transcripts, generate a thoughtful journal entry with what I did, what I learned, thoughts, ideas, and tomorrow's priorities. Save as a dated markdown file. Perfect. Want me to create today now to kick things off? Yeah. No, I won't. So yeah. Anyway, there you go. I've just created Moltbook for myself. Leanstral. Now, if you've just joined us, and if you didn't know, these shows, the last 3 shows, have been completely produced by OpenClaw. I have it set up to go and look for articles, present those articles to me, and I tell it which ones we want to include on the show. It then formats it in such a way, does a little bit of research, formats it in such a way where we then just go through and read everything, right? Obviously, we do a little bit of research. However, today, we haven't had time. We had to go early, as you can tell. We had to go on early today because Kabaza had to shoot. And so today, we're just kind of winging it. Leanstral. So Mistral, which is a French AI company, have released the first open source code agent designed for Lean 4. Lean 4 is a proof assistant capable of expressing complex mathematical objects such as perfectoid spaces and software specifications like properties of Rust fragments. Like about 5% of that sentence just went into my head just then. Unlike existing proving systems, what is this proving system thing? Or proof? Act as wrappers around large, generous models or focus on a single math problem. Leanstral is designed to be highly efficient with 6 billion active parameters and trained for operating in realistic formal repositories. See, there's a few coding references here and stuff, but also what's it being compared to? Quen, Kimi, GLM. And this is mostly out of my wheelhouse. So AI agents have proven to be highly capable tools at code generation. Yet, as we push these models to high-stakes domains ranging from frontier research mathematics to mission-critical software, we encounter a scaling bottleneck, the human review. The time and specialized expertise that require to manually verify become the primary impedance of engineering velocity. Interesting. I might actually have to do a little bit of research on this. Alternative to the Claude suite, offering a competitive performance at a fraction of the price. Costing $36 to run compared to Sonnet's $549. So it's some... So here's a case study. When breaking changes hit a new lean release, what is this lean thing? Migrating code can be a massive headache. We fed Leanstral a real-world question from the Proof Assistant Stack Exchange about a script that mysteriously stopped compiling in the Lean 4.290 RC6, which we did not train due to its recency. The culprit was a rewrite tactic that suddenly failed to match patterns involving simple aliases initially written as blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's like it's good for reviewing by the looks of things. I don't know. I'm definitely keen to look into this a little bit more. But let's move on. Well, actually, we've just got one more left. We'll do Minimax 2.7 as well. But this one, OpenAI's CEO, Fidj Simo, tells staff the company will prioritize coding and enterprise users over side projects like Sora, Browser Atlas, and smart gadgets, which is interesting. Shift towards more core product focus, and basically they are in a mad rush to try and get some money. It's interesting how artificial intelligence is more part of our lives than ever before. While some might call it hype, blah, blah, blah. technology Gemini. Where is this? This isn't an article. No, this ain't an article. This is just a thing. Let's try and get a good article. All right, Jesus, pedant. Wall Street Journal. Here we go. Oh no, we can't do that. Great. Sorry, you can't see this, but I clicked on Wall Street Journal. Let's go PC Mag. OpenAI plans to deprioritize expanding into new side projects to refocus on its core tools, according to a new report. During an all-hands meeting, OpenAI leaders told employees it would focus on business productivity tools rather than trying to do everything all at once, according to leaked materials seen. This move comes as the brand faces increased competition from Anthropic's Claude AI tools. And how? I really think OpenAI are falling behind quite a lot, personally. They're a bit lost in the sauce and are lacking a lot of direction and focus, which, again, I guess things like Sora was just... Apparently, they're supposed to be moving that into ChatGPT, but there we go. But it doesn't actually say... here we go. The brand is exploring hardware gadgets designed by Johnny Ive, as well as upgrading other projects such as the Sora video Sora video generation and Atlas web browser. Does anyone use Atlas? I was a bit underwhelmed, to be honest. Because when you release something, it's got to be better. You know, there's only so many people who are going to be happy with like, oh, it's a new product and, you know, give it time and stuff like that. But when you're launching to a large audience, you kind of need to have it better, as good, if not better, than the current competition. If you're a small startup, of course, get it out there and get people using it. But if you've got an audience already, you can't be releasing crap like OpenAI have. So yeah. Anyway, that's that. Let's do a quick one on Minimax 2.7, which I released a video on yesterday looking at it, which it's been really... I've always really liked Minimax 2.5. I've always thought it'd be a really good model for a lot of things, to be honest. I used it for coding as well. I did a test. What was it? It was a video that I did the other day where I got a local AI inside of Kilo Code to build something in my website. And the local model, built like a basic page, but it had no styling or anything in it. And I literally just switched the model to Minimax 2.5. It picked up that I'm using Tailwind. It picked up the styles. It picked up everything about the website. And literally, I just saw the whole page just like that change with all of these styles and Tailwind classes attached to it. Let me tell you what that video is. It was the MacBook Air. Can it vibe? I did a MacBook Air video, M5, and and you know, it's impressed me. And I've been running it on my OpenClaw, the high speed version, for the last week or so, and I quite like it. Then they go and drop M2.7, which again I've not had it for long at all, but I updated it, and it's matching Opus 4.5 in a lot of things, which I think is a really good. It was like that made so many things more useful, including OpenClaw. So it's not doing as good as 4.6, but I don't think it needs to be as good as Opus 4.6. I really don't. I mean, it depends what people are using OpenClaw for, and I'm really keen to hear people's use cases of OpenClaw that's beyond the hype. I think you get so many videos that just hype you up on a bunch of new technologies that they probably themselves aren't using. I think you'd be surprised how little like YouTubers actually use the things that they talk about. including myself, to be honest, because I like to discover new tools and I'll talk about it. It doesn't mean that I'm using it. It doesn't mean that I'm recommending it. It just means that I'm giving you an option that's out there, and it's up to you then to determine whether it's going to be useful to you. I'm not saying it's the next big thing. I'm not saying it's like going to change your world. It might change your world. It might change my world, but doesn't change your world. The point is, we're allowed an opinion on all this sort of stuff. But all that to be said, I think it's a pretty good model. I will say the omniscience, which is if it doesn't know the answer, what does it do? The omniscience is pretty bad with 2.7. Not that I've experienced it. These are all benchmarks that artificial analysis have done. It will basically, if it refuses to answer, I think that's better. I think that should, if it refuses to answer when it doesn't know something, I think that should earn a point, because it's from plus 100 to minus 100. And if you're starting to get to the minuses, it's really, really bad. But if it refuses to answer, it doesn't go up or down. So you want it as close to plus 100 as possible. It doesn't answer. I think it's better. I think obviously the best thing for an AI to do is to tell you, I do not have an answer to that. I don't know. But again, if it's, I don't know. But that was one of the things that I noticed on the artificial analysis benchmarking of 2.7. Saying that, it's fine. The personality is pretty nice. I think a lot of people like that from an OpenClaw perspective. But I've been using it. I've been enjoying it. So yeah, Minimax M2.7 is kind of killing all the benchmarks. But use it for yourself. Use it for free on Olama. They have a really cheap coding plan. Yeah. I think that's it, boys and girls. I'm going to look at the comments on our channel, because I haven't dipped into the comments a lot recently, just because I've been so busy with things. And we might be able to discuss some of the comments. Someone is saying, here we go. Share this tab. Looking forward to the Moltbook integration in Instagram. Then we can finally fill the remaining 20% of real users with bots. Oh, okay, it's a joke. I didn't read I didn't read the rest of the thing. Yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. That's on our Moltbook video talking about when Meta acquired it. In 10 days, this is the Figma starting to charge for their usage of AI. In 10 days, I've used 43,000 AI credits. Now it's worth around 1K. They used $1,000 worth of credits when it was free. I think that's what they're saying here. I was using it in Figma Make. It was good, but now the AI credit limit is a huge change in my usage. Oh man, that's really interesting, because I wondered when it was going to take effect and also what the impact was. I think that's kind of it. I didn't notice anything else. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll do it for us this week, guys. Sorry, sorry, I wasn't showing my screen for flip's sake. Yeah, I was saying about this. Looking forward to Moltbook integration in Instagram. And then this one here about the Figma stuff. And that was kind of it. But yeah, sorry about the short one this week. We've been pressed for time on both ends. I have, and Kabaza has. So we do our best to kind of fit these in. If you're new here, well, if you're on YouTube, give us a like just to help us out there. But if you're new here, we stream this live every Friday, and then we release clips on YouTube, just small little snippets of what we spoke about every week. So yeah, catch us next week for all the news in AI, design, web, and dev. I've been Sam. Keep on vibing.